please welcome our next presenter, Julie Smith from ModCon Living.
Lynn just wanted to go home. She'd been in the hospital for 6 days, she'd been in rehab for 2 weeks, and she just wanted to sleep in her own bed. And she could, if her family could find someone to put a couple of grab bars in a downstairs bathroom. Her kids were really frustrated because they called half a dozen small contractors who either weren't interested in the job because it was too small, or they said they could get there in 3 or 4 months to give an estimate. It's hard to find a bonded and insured handyman with modification experience. When surveyed, 90% of people over 50 say they want to age in their own home. Don't you? At ModCon Living, we believe that everyone should have the choice to age in place with independence and dignity. But there are over 11,000 seniors who are low income here in Franklin County and can't afford to make the repairs and modifications they need to do that. On the other hand, there are about 320,000 homeowners here in Franklin County, and at some point, a lot of them are going to need a good handyman service. Introducing Mod Squad, ModCon's answer to your home repair needs. Our experienced and friendly staff can help you make good decisions about home repair and help you understand how simple modifications can make living in your house safer and more comfortable. The bonus is that every Mod Squad project helps fund home repair services for a low-income senior through ModCon Living's Safe at Home program. It's a win-win business model because we're filling a need to help sustain housing. Did you know that by 2040, the number of seniors in Franklin County is going to double? That's 38,000 additional seniors in Franklin County. That's enough to fill Westerville. And only 4% of housing is ready to be used for accessible housing. So we really have to help people age in place. In 2017, we had the resources to help 184 homeowners. In 2018, we had some funding cuts and we only helped 113. So we acquired our first truck. And this year, we think we're going to be able to help 340 homeowners. And if we could add a second truck and get the word out about our new program and our new name, we think we could increase that to 115% by 115%. We also think we'll have the resources by mid-2020 to add a third truck and increase that number again by 60%. And we're just going to keep on growing from there. We need $40,000 to get a second truck on the road and get the word out about our new name. Please help us jumpstart this profitable and sustainable program so that we can help a lot more people like Lynn. Thank you.
So thanks to one of tonight's sponsors, the Dispatch Media Group, I attended the Home and Garden Show a couple weeks ago, and I was just blown away by the number of vendors and contractors. And so to hear you say about getting the word out, I'd like to know a little bit more, because walking away from there, I was just like lost as to where to go for even a small project like that, let alone something larger. So can you tell us a little bit more about the marketing plan?
Marketing. The thing with handymen and doctors and mechanics is it's a lot of word of mouth. So our advantage is that we have been making repairs for low-income seniors for almost 30 years now. And we have 8,000 volunteers who are actively involved or are part of our tool library, part of our other programs. And what we're finding as we get started is that's where our customer base is coming from. They want to support a program that they've supported in other ways. We're also hearing through Age Friendly Columbus that seniors are kind of in a mix of ways of hearing about marketing. We have seniors who are computer savvy and prefer to use the internet, but we also have a lot of seniors still who want to see names in church bulletins and on library bulletin boards. So that's where it's going to go.
I don't know what those things are, to be honest. I don't know what you're talking about.
But it's going to be a challenge for us at first to get the word out, because we do have to cross both lines of technology.
Maybe one thing that would be helpful for the judges, if you could just describe just a typical how one of the seniors finds out about you. So maybe the interaction between ModCon Living and Mod Squad.
Okay. How are you talking about the difference between a grant-funded person
Well,
and?
no, so if I'm a senior and I need help at modifying some, so that
It's
I can
really
stay home,
easy.
how do they currently find out about you, and how is the work then done?
We have a lot of partners because we have been around for 30 years. We hear a lot of folks from Franklin County Office on Aging. We get a lot of referrals through 211. We get a lot of referrals through, used to be First Link, but it's not, Hands-On. So we're getting a lot of referrals. We get about 4 times as many referrals as we can serve a year. So we don't seem to have a problem with that.
And what was the reduction from 340 homeowners, or you had done?
We did
300 and went down to
184,
What was the
and
reduction caused by?
it was caused by just cuts in funding.
Lack of funding, okay.
Talk about the 40,000 for the truck, but tell us about the added people and your ability to utilize that truck.
We have some pretty talented handymen on staff, and we have some folks who are retiring, and we've been in the construction world for a long time, so we have a lot of friends in the construction world. And we're looking in that world for young retirees, and we were pretty confident it was going to work, and we found 2 who are ready to come on board. One's a plumber, one's an electrician. So we've got people with a lot of experience who maybe don't want to work full-time and are willing to come in and do specialized jobs for us. And then we also have handyman on staff. So we think that we can keep more than 2 trucks running, but we'd like to start with 2.
What is your biggest success story? I'm taking my question back.
Okay, Mod Squad success story, very recent. You'll like this one because it was a heartwarmer for me. My staff is very committed, and 2 of them showed up in my office and said, "You need to help this lady," and it was like, what's going on? We have a 74-year-old grandmother. She works full-time, and she's raising an 8-year-old, and she has no furnace today, and it's going to be $1,800 to replace the furnace. She qualifies for a $1,000 grant through the City of Columbus, but that still leaves her $800 short. Mod Squad helped us pay for that last week.
Thank you, Julie.
And we did it overnight.
And ModCon Living. Thank you, Julie.